Well, hello, Donald's Creek, and welcome to day number 5 of 31 days in Proverbs. We are in Proverbs 5, and I'm sure if you're watching this video, you have read the 5th chapter of Proverbs. Good deal. Let's get started. This Proverb 5, as you are aware, is on sexuality, and that is going to be a theme that will be reoccurring in this first section up to chapter 9. You're going to see it woven, weaved, woved, whatever. You get the point. It's going to pop up again. It just keeps popping up in these next several chapters. So let's look at this summary of Proverbs chapter 5. Really, it's just about two women. One is the forbidden woman that we should stay away from. This is the woman who is the wife of another man. She is the adulterous woman. And the second woman is the wife. He said, cling to your wife, right? So, women, I know you've come to this having read it. You say, this is a man chapter. This isn't about me. I can skip today. Nay, nay, you can't skip today. This is about you too. There is some great teaching here, probably some of the clearest teaching on Christian sexuality that you are going to find in Scripture. And that is going to be the case throughout these next few chapters. And you most likely have children or grandchildren, neighbors, nieces, nephews, whatever, that can benefit from this. If you're talking about how do we broach a very tough topic with kids and sexuality, right here it is. Bold yet proper language. It's in Scripture. God is very bold with these, but also it's proper. And so the tendency is, just like our discussion yesterday about prosperity theology, because the heretics on TV do such a horrible disservice to prosperity, should we as Christians just avoid it completely? Absolutely not. And the world gets human sexuality wrong like 99.9% of the time. I did the math. It is. They get it wrong so much. So should we avoid speaking about it completely? This very personal thing? No. In fact, it should cause us to double down. And you can open up and just start right here. It begins with this parental teaching right away. My son, just like all the rest of the previous chapters, pay attention. I'm getting ready to drop some gold on you here. There is an allure of the forbidden woman, and don't make small talk with the forbidden woman. Do you hear this, men? Do you hear this? Don't meet for coffee at Starbucks and we're talking about Philippians. We're going to talk about post-millennial theology and our eschatology over at the Tim's and have a donut with this woman who's not your wife and who's the wife of another man. No, don't make small talk. Don't give room for that. There is an allure. There's an allure to this. What comes to mind is that snake on the Jungle Book. And the snake is there, and he's hypnotizing the subject. Trust me, right? And he's hypnotized, and because he's got his attention, and that's what happens in these situations. It starts out just as something small. Now, women, what do you learn from this? Not only is this something that you can teach, but number two, these things apply to other sins. Know your weakness. Know where you fail. It may not be in sexual matters. It may be in something else. Don't stick around and set yourself up for failure. The second one is, men, don't even go near the house. If she lives east, you go west. Don't even go near her house. This can be true of any weakness. If they are east, you need to go west. That what starts as a secret, a little cup of coffee over at the Starbucks, at the Tim Hortons, ends up being known by the whole congregation. There is a real life version of this that happened, as I recall, almost a year ago. I think it's just about a year ago. And I'm not going to say his name. I don't do that because it's very well known. It's not a matter of gossip because it's very well known, but I just don't want to say the name. But this man was a PhD doctor, probably one of the best expository preachers in America. He was a guy that I trusted. He wasn't a televangelist. He's someone I trusted, someone who went from city to city and taught expository seminars. He taught at John MacArthur's Master Seminary. That's a big deal out in California. And he was found to been having an affair for 5 years with a much younger woman. I'm sure when that started out as small talk, small conversations here and there, that there is no way that this man knew that it would end up where it ended up. That's what I think. And eventually what was secret became known in the whole congregation. Total shocker. I mean, just a complete shocker. Then you have here, I'm highlighting just a few passages. As you know, we don't read the whole chapter, but you have chapter 5, verses 15 through 19. And this is one of the most beautiful descriptions of Christian sexuality in Scripture. It really is. Drink water from your own cistern, flowing water from your own well. Are you thirsty? He's speaking of sexuality here. Are you thirsty? Drink from your own water. Let this well be for you. Don't let it be for strangers. Enjoy the wife of your youth. Let her breast fill you at all times. Be intoxicated always with her love. Christians aren't prude. Christians aren't prude at all. We really need to get a hold on this and be faithful to this. That there is a beauty in marital faithfulness and marital sexuality. Okay, so let's jump to the 3 things. 3 things. Thing number 1, 7 through 14. Good teachers give the what and the why. Now, a lot of parents, some parents, when they give a word to the kids will say, why? And then they say, because I said so. And sometimes that's appropriate. Sometimes you need to say your piece and then just, it's because I said so. But other times we need to give an explanation. I'm trying to go back to there it is. This is parental teaching. Remember, that's where we started. My son, be attentive to my wisdom. So sometimes when we are giving posterity teaching, taking them to teach them about proper sexuality from Proverbs why, we give the why. And Proverbs 5 does a great job of giving the why. And the great example here is that God often gave the why. He didn't always just say. He said and sometimes explained why. Chapter 5, verses 9 through 10, we get a hint of this if then. The same kind of if then that's in Deuteronomy chapter 28. The children of Israel were getting ready to go into the land of Canaan, the land that God had promised them. And God, through Moses, was giving instruction. And he said, if you do what I say, then it will be great for you. And he's giving them reasons why. He's giving them the full picture. And we see this in verses 9 and 10. Lest you give your honor to others and your years to the merciless, lest strangers take their fill of your strength and your labors go to the house of a foreigner. Hey, be faithful Be faithful in your sexual conduct. Here's why. Because you could lose everything, right? So that is thing number 2, that physical sexual unfaithfulness could result in someone else enjoying your labor. And thing number 3, what starts out as sweet when it's sin related often turns bitter. In fact, I would say always turns bitter. It's not sometimes. If we are enjoying sin, and this starts out as sweet talk, by the end, when we're all done, it turns very bitter. There's often the case that I have talked with married people who are having trouble with fidelity. And one of the phrases that I use is the new guy or the new girl is always going to win. If you don't, let's say they're trying to work through this, if you don't get rid of that temptation, I mean, get rid of it. It means it's got to go. If you're working with them, it means you've got to quit working at that place, or they've got to quit working at that place. Whatever the case, you cannot see them again, because the new person always wins out. The new person is always more exciting. The grass is greener on the other side. But eventually you learn that the reason that grass is greener on the other side is because it's grown over a sewer tank. Literally. So those are the 3 things for Proverbs chapter 5. I hope you are enjoying your time with me. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we begin day 6. Thank you for being with me. Have a terrific rest of your day.